Illegal, immoral, unethical. Legal, moral, and ethical. These terms are used when describing business ethics. Business ethics is knowing right from wrong in the workplace. It is a form of professional ethics that examines ethical principles and moral or ethical problems. Business ethics is an important principle in the business world. When followed along moral and right lines, business ethics keeps this world fair and allows all parties an equal chance to succeed. Also, in some circumstances, business ethics done right keeps people from getting an unfair advantage over someone and also helps to prevent corruption. Business ethics can be seen in two movies, The Wolf of Wall Street and Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. In The Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort purchases 49% of the stocks of Steve Madden before the initial public offering, thus committing insider trading, which goes against business ethics. In Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, Bud Fox receives a hint from his father about his father's company's economic circumstances. Bud Fox releases this information to Gordon Gekko, also committing insider trading. Now I would like to interview Professor Paris Bhagat, an accounting teacher at St. Joseph's University, on the topic of business ethics. I'm sitting here with Professor Paris Bhagat from St. Joseph's University. Speaking about business ethics, do you think that insider trading should be legal? And if so, why or why not?
Let's look at what I think about insider trading to start with.
Okay.
This is when somebody is trying to trade the common stock or the other securities such as bonds, debentures and whatnot, when he has access to the non-public information that he should not know about, but he has access to it and he uses it to his advantage to either purchase or sell stocks. Okay, I think it should be illegal because this is giving you an advantage over other investors. This is like me giving you answers to your final when the other 30 students don't have the answers.
Right, so it's only between those two people.
That is correct.
Okay.
And that's totally unfair. Plus, I think it brings the confidence of investors down when they find out about insider trading, that hey, somebody made this amount of money and then the whole scandal was caught and whatnot. So me being an investor, because I invest in stocks and debentures all the time,
right.
Something like this will shake my confidence, and I probably would not be investing in that company anymore.
Right, because you kind of lose trust.
You do lose trust, you lose your confidence, and then this is cheating to me. This is absolutely cheating. I mean, I actually worked for an organization that I don't want to name, one of the Fortune 500 firm, where this thing happened. They were going to merge with another company next 2 business days. Somebody found out in the senior management. So what that person did, he gave that information to his brother-in-law and told his brother-in-law that you should purchase more shares in the company next 2 days because share prices are going to go up. Okay. And then you can sell the shares and make a lot of profit out of it.
So he just told the brother-in-law.
He just told the brother-in-law. He didn't tell anybody else. And brother-in-law, he made millions. He made millions, but the whole thing was caught. Okay? There was whistleblowing. So somebody found out and told. It got to the CEO, the HR, and this was a newspaper.
I'm sure there's also a lot of legal ramifications for
absolutely. They had to pay a big penalty of around $22 million, and then what it did for them was the share prices came down after people found out about the scandal because investors were not very happy about it. And I worked there as an employee and I had some investment in that firm. So when I found out, I sold my shares ASAP. I was like, I don't want to be part of the company, or I don't want to be investing in the company that does not understand how serious this inside trading is and what it could do for you. This was unfair to me.
Right, even its own employees.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that employee was let go ASAP, and he was sued later by the company, by the legal department. And then in next month or so, like I said, the prices of their common stock came down considerably. Okay, and I think the company is doing okay now, but still, I mean, they have
that
suffered
period
a lot.
was probably
One of the worst periods
a lot of
for
financial
them.
faults.
And it's a Fortune 500 company. I mean, this is very common. It's not. We're not talking about inside trading in just small organizations. It can happen anywhere.
Even on the larger scale.
Even on a larger scale, absolutely. And it can damage. It can damage the company's reputation. It can damage the confidence of investors. It can damage the morale, confidence of your own employees, or any of the stakeholders who have stake in the company. It can damage it.
Well, keeping with the theme of business ethics, do you think that business ethics are important in the business world and, frankly, society itself?
Absolutely. Let's quickly talk about what I actually think about business ethics. What are business ethics to me? You know, I find business ethics as the well-founded standards of right and wrong. What a human should do in certain situations. What are the rights, obligations? You know, what are the benefits to the society if he follows one path as opposed to the other? I feel the following these ethics are important. I'm going to describe 3 situations. Okay. One being what it does to the employee. If the employee finds out the company is not being very ethical, it brings their morale and confidence down, and the retention. The employees themselves. So the retention policy of the company goes down. The employee retention goes down, and you know this has happened to me in the past when I worked for a Fortune 500 firm, and they did something unethical. Me and the other finance managers in the company started looking out. Okay, ASAP. I left the job in a month. So I've been through this. They ended up raising the prices of their services by almost 15%, 15.9%. I'm a math guy, so I know what the rate was. And it caused a lot of chaos in the area, in the Philadelphia, and New York area. The company is still one of the top 5 companies in US, but it's not considered to be ethical. Okay, if you look it up on Google, you will find a lot of articles against the company. The company was not ethical at all. There were a lot of things the company did that shouldn't have done. They raised the prices of their services. The benefits to the employees went down because they were trying to cut compensation costs, the people cost, because they were trying to make up for, you know, the venture they're doing, and they had to bring the compensation costs down. And a lot of us were asked to move to New York, and I ended up saying no to the vice president, which he did not like at all. So you know, as an employee, I was not happy. I ended up leaving. A lot of my friends left. My co-workers left. Same thing with investors. When the company does something unethical, the confidence of investors go down. Okay, and they stop investing. The prices of this common stock goes down. The prices of the other securities goes down. So you know, I think it's a no-no for investors as well. And then there are customers who are purchasing the goods and services from the company. When they find out the company is doing, or a company is following something unethical, customers will lose confidence and not invest in that company. A few years ago, we found out about, or actually I saw a video about Amazon, you know, outsourcing the jobs to Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan. And there was a whole video on YouTube about how these guys were being underpaid, even by Indian or Bangladesh or Pakistani standards. I stopped going to Walmart. So I stopped going to Walmart. I stopped purchasing at Amazon. Amazon is also another company where, you know, one of the videos was leaked a couple of years ago on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen that video. A lot of us stopped going to Amazon. I've not been a fan of Amazon. So not only it impacts your customers, but also your stakeholders, your investors, and also your employees who have a big stake in the company.
So it's more than just right and wrong. It also affects the company's finances itself.
Absolutely, absolutely. If the company is not being ethical, in the long run, I don't think it will be able to last. It's just not going to work.
Right.
It's not about making or gaining a lot of net margin. It's all about the quality for people, quality of your own stakeholders, your employees, your investors, even the government who's charging you taxes, 30% taxes every year.
Right.
It affects everybody. In the long run, it's just not going to work. You may have a lot of cash flow, but that cash flow in the long run is not going to do anything if people are losing confidence in you. That's what I think.
Well, thank you for your opinions and your thoughts about business ethics. Really appreciate that. We just got done talking with Professor Bhagat about business ethics and about insider trading. As I referred to earlier in the movies The Wolf of Wall Street and Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, Jordan Belfort and Bud Fox both dealt with the legal ramifications of insider trading. Insider trading can hurt the confidence of a company's investors, shareholders, and its employees. Business ethics helps to keep the business world fair and equal for all parties.